Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, Shaka?
Doing well. How are you, Subira?
Good, good. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Mystics Morning Musing Show. Uh, my brother there, Shaka, and myself, we meet every morning here around 9 o'clock to share with you our process as we are making our way through this class. As Mami Wata Diviner apprentices, we are students in training, and the training process in and of itself is so much meaty, juicy goodness that we want to share it with you. So we decided to kind of pull the curtains back and reveal our process to you and share some of the inner workings that we're going through. Um, I want to say this at the top of the hour, at the top of the show, should I say, that again, we are interested in working with 5 people apiece. That would be a total of 10 people who would be interested and open to working with us, volunteering your time. We are going to volunteer an hour to do a divination for you while we're in training. The good thing about that for you is that you get a free divination. 5 people. You get a free divination, and we get to practice. We are going to be doing these live on a Google Hangout situation. So, there are ways to protect your privacy. Um, but the purpose of that basically is so that our instructor, Chief Amachi Apeter Buaru of IIKDS, he's the founder, can review our work and give us some correction where we might need it. Just basically support us in being the very best diviners that we can be. So if you're interested in that, we'll tell you how to get in touch with us so that you can be one of those very fortunate 10 people. All right. So on that note, Shaka, let's jump into the day.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to talk about any experiences or dreams, and I'm going to let you start us off here since I've had the floor already.
Sure. Well, um, I didn't have any dreams. I've been on a dream drought.
I like that, a dream drought.
But what I have been getting is a lot of instruction and encouragement through specific thoughts that kind of appear in the mind on their own. I know that they don't originate with anything that I'm doing most times. They just kind of pop up. So last night, for instance, there was a constant reminder in my mind about a couple of things. One was to make sure my wife was, sleeping on her side. But another thing was, it was almost as if I was practicing in a way. I was kind of memorizing something. I don't know what I downloaded specifically, but it had to do with spirit communication. I think I mentioned to you that I was hearing the name Oshun, which we're not. Well, we have been initiated into Ifa, but it doesn't have anything really to do with IIKDS. However, there's always overlap. So somehow this was popping up, and the direction east kept popping up as well. So I'm still trying to wrap my brain around what that means. But yeah, it's an interesting. It just feels like I learned something, but I guess I don't know what I learned yet. What
Exactly.
about?
I understand.
Yeah.
I had the same thing happen to me on, see, it's Tuesday, so it must have been Saturday night. I kept getting instruction about how, because I've got several projects I'm working on, and I'm looking at making sure everything is integrated.
Right.
And so one of the things that I have been working on is being able to hold the vision, see the vision, the one thing I'm actually doing, even though it looks like many.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I kept getting instructions about how to put the different components together that I am working on.
Mm-hmm.
All night. It's to the point where it felt like I woke up exhausted. It felt like I didn't get any sleep because it was like I kept getting ideas just were flowing,
Mm-hmm.
um, stamping. That's how it was feeling like, do this, 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 do this is how it was kind of coming to me.
Mm.
Yeah. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I did have a dream last night that had my roommate in it, uh, my partner. So it was set at a place that I teach little kids martial arts.
Okay.
It was set there, and these little kids were running. It was this long hallway that does exist, but what doesn't exist in this world is this particular closet. And in this closet I mean, it was like the whole wall was just full of keys.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the teachers instructed me to come when I was in the hallway already, but I
Mm-hmm.
was instructed to take off. I had like flip flops on.
Mm-hmm.
Take off my flip flops, leave them in this hallway closet, and she gave me a key in exchange for the shoes, almost like you were bowling, you know.
Mm. Okay.
So I was given a key. And then I remember going back to get my shoes, and I couldn't tell which little cubby my shoes were in because the key, it was like this puzzle, and I couldn't figure out, well, what does this key go to? Where are my shoes in this big closet of shoes and keys?
Mm. Okay.
And to get into the closet, I had to stoop down low and go under this little wall kind of thing. And it opened up to all these keys and all these cubbies of slippers.
Mm.
Um, And then I remember going back out to the hallway, and it was these little girls that were running down the hallway, butt booty naked, just running, just so free and laughing, just running down the hallway to the space outside. And I'm not sure if they actually went outside. I can't remember. But I just have this vision of these little girls running down the hallway, just free and happy and naked.
Mm.
Yeah. So that was the dream I had last night. Oh, and then the other piece, I guess this was another dream.
Mm-hmm.
My roommate comes up to my bedroom and sits on the left side of my bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets up, leaves the room. She comes back to the door, and she hands my partner money. And my
Mm-hmm.
partner's sitting there counting the money.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it. That's what I remember.
Mm. Mm.
Yep.
Wow. So you said shoes and keys.
Shoes and keys.
Shoes for keys. That's interesting. You know,
Shoes for keys.
because shoes are a type of vehicle,
Yep.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they house, uh, the very foundation of the body, which is the feet.
Mm-hmm.
So, what color were these shoes that you handed on?
I don't remember the color. What I do remember is that they were like slip-ons, like flip-flop shoes.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't shoes that encased my foot,
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
you know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what do you take from that?
I'm going to have to spend some time with it. I'm going to need to definitely write it down this morning before, after the show so that
Mm-hmm.
I can, do some divination on it and see what comes cuz I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it to the mat, and we'll see.
Yes, we will. Matt never
That
lies.
mat never lies, and then we'll definitely report on that
Uh-huh.
as we are doing this scientific method that we are applying to our divination process.
That's right.
um, and the other thing is, we want to talk some about the curriculum,
Mm-hmm.
just maybe one of the classes. Um, Other than, we've spoken quite a bit about the divination class, so maybe we haven't talked about uh, how the class kind of unfolds.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's always uh, the same.
Hmm. So when you were thinking about talking about the curriculum, what do you want to
Well, I
say?
was gonna say, maybe our experience in each of these courses, maybe what we gained. I was
Yeah,
I could talk about Dream Warriors.
yeah, because I've never taken that class, so go ahead.
Yeah. So the Dream Warriors course is really an introductory course. It's you can use it as a prerequisite. It's normally one of those courses that he suggests other people take before they go into the bigger coursework, like the Genie Doll, divination, etc. Um, but the Dream Warriors course is really about observing your dreams, and Chief has a way of there's a specific purification that you might go through as well in that course, but it is going to push you into having more dreams, right? Over that, the class, the specific class period. And that whole time, what you're doing is you're really honing in on what it is that you're seeing, dreaming, what it means, talking about that, observing, taking notes on your dreams, other people's dreams, looking for correlations between those two, between yourself and other people in the course, and really being a scientist about it. I think for me, once I took that course, I really, normally we attribute dreams. I mean, they have very little meaning for most people.
Mm-hmm.
They just think the dream is just, my mind just going crazy,
Right.
But you could see when through this class, you start to see that a lot of the dreams that you have significance in this course, through this course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting is that dreams become important in all of the courses. So
Yeah.
you might think it ends there. It's really intense though. It's not as much of a beginner's course as people might think. There were people in that course who have, continued on. They didn't dream as much in the beginning, or they had no clue what was going on in the very beginning. And through practice and application over time, they've gained a certain proficiency at
Mm.
seeing those things.
So
Um,
using dreams as an actual tool versus just something that kind of haphazardly happens when you lay down and relax.
exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
And you're just having conversations about that. Chief is very good at bringing, uh, I guess, getting people to really notice that there's something more
Yeah.
without saying it.
Right.
So, and then he has ways of saying, "Hey guys, see, there's something more. You need to really get into this." And there's a lot of things that are going on around this dream, like the day you're having them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
colors that you're seeing in dreams,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's inside or outside, at a church, in the backyard. All of these things have meaning. Shoes,
Mm-hmm.
keys, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and paying attention to those types of things. I have one client who's also a very good friend of mine, actually one of my best friends. We talked yesterday, and I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but it still seems like it fits. She talked about she had a dream. It was a nightmare, basically,
Mm.
And she told me about a dream she had last week, but she, because she was not writing these things down, she couldn't put the two together.
Okay.
They both dealt with family, and they both dealt with sort of conflict.
Mm.
Even though it was different, it was kind of different people this time within her family, but it was still the same underlying theme. So we had to talk about that. And it was because of my coursework and me following the coursework, Dream Warriors, Genie, and Crab, and Herb in the Bush, that and ritual, constant ritual, I'm able to see things that other people aren't able to see. And I've only been doing this, what, 6 months? We only
Yep.
been doing this,
I've been doing it less than that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So imagine 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now, if you stay down, on this track, it's crazy.
Yeah. It is. It is amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, I didn't take the Dream Warriors class. I actually started out in the divination class.
Mm.
And so it was definitely whew, it's been a thrust into a world that I did not know existed. Very, almost a magical world
Mm-hmm.
that has come to life, especially. And then after taking uh, the first divination class, which is called the Crab,
Mm-hmm.
then I took a, uh, the Genie Doll class with you.
Mm-hmm.
We were in that class together as well. Um, but yeah, I'm a person who before this did not remember my dreams.
Mm.
And the work that I've done in the class has been to ask my ancestors and the spirits to actually help me remember. I keep thinking of that story. Was that Isis that went and pulled all the pieces together?
Mm-hmm.
She
Osiris.
remembered.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I asked to have that ability to actually remember and pull the pieces of myself back together. The memories, the dreams, to have that same experience. As I understand, the remembering is for myself, not to put somebody else together, but to put me together.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's happening. It is definitely happening. I am remembering much, much more for longer. Would be if I didn't write it down. First, I didn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Then I, started in the class and I started to remember. But if I didn't write it down immediately, within an hour, it was gone.
Hmm.
Now, I can go for a few hours and still remember, okay, I need to write that down. So I can, retain the information for much longer today than I could before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm getting. And then people around me, people close to me are dreaming and then telling me their dreams. I'm not asking them. That's something that didn't happen before. People weren't like, "Oh, I had this dream." Da, 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 da. Not all of them know exactly what I'm doing or how important that their dreams are something that
You
inform
need to hear.
my dreams. They don't know
Right.
that, but their
Right.
spirits know. And so
Right.
their spirits just volunteer, hey, I had this dream last night. I'm like, really? Tell me about that. And
Mm-hmm.
they do openly just tell me. So, it's about me carrying a notebook with me now and beginning to write down even other people's dreams, the day they told me, the time they told me, because I know all of that is relevant.
Mm-hmm. Now tell me, did that happen after Crab? Because that's
Yes.
happening to me as well. Or it started to happen after Crab?
Uh-huh.
For me, it started to happen after the Genie class.
Hang on, let me
After.
let me think about that. Well, I started having dreams after crab because I wasn't
No, no, no.
having.
People and telling you.
Oh, no, no,
When did
yeah,
that
that was
happen?
definitely after Genie.
Okay.
That was definitely after Genie. Yeah, where people just volunteer information. You're like, okay.
And it's always relevant. You're like, whoa, I needed to hear this. This goes well with something else. Da 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 da. Or you need to help them. It's crazy.
Yeah. I've really done a lot of thinking about that story of Isis and Osiris. That that's kind of the role we play.
Mm-hmm.
of not just remembering ourselves, but helping other people remember. So it's all about, in general, remembering,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Uh,
Yes.
so pulling
Right.
like a tapestry together or something.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right.
Wow. Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. So that was, the classes we've taken thus far. We'll continue to share more of our insights and stuff as they come. Shaka, before we close out, any things you want to say to end today's show?
As always, you can find me on Facebook. Just look me up as ShakaGuru. Um, and I'll friend you, or I'll honor the friend request, and we can go back and forth that way. I do have a fan page that I've started. I just have to clean it up a little bit before I forward that out to everyone. But yeah, feel free, look me up, Shaka Guru on Facebook, and also I have a YouTube channel, so look me up as Shaka Guru on YouTube, and
Hmm.
we'll stay in touch.
Excellent. Cool. You can look me up at Subira Divines, and that's probably the best way to get. If you want to friend me, you can do that. My friend page, I mean, my personal page is Subira Falame, and I definitely honor friend requests. So those are the best two ways to reach me. Again, SubiraDivines.com, and my Facebook page, Subira Falame. So I appreciate y'all being here with us as always, and we will be back tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Bye bye, everybody.
Peace.